unsure but brave beginners trading time. Takes me back to a visit in the summer. I was counting every color in your eyes, and I'm remembering love enough to last my life. And where I wanna be is anywhere by your side. Takes me back to the leaves we made together in the hurricane September we survived. Takes me back to the tears we shed that weekend, the combined effects of grief and love and wine. And I'm remembering toughing out the worst of times. And where I wanna be is anywhere by your side. For you have given me memories to last my life. So will you honor me and become my wife?
To start out the ceremony today, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Evelyn Carrie. I have known Carrie for well over a decade from theater. We are filming this ceremony from Studio Cellar in Columbia, South Carolina, Carrie's hometown. It's April Fool's Day, and also the first day the couple said "I love you" to each other exactly 3 years ago. Sam and Carrie would like to thank their families for attending the ceremony, and they are excited to share this video with all their loved ones. They look forward to celebrating with family and friends in person in 2022. Carrie and Sam have told me they have moved around a lot. Philadelphia, Savannah, Charleston, Columbia, plus there's a pandemic going on, so not everyone watching this will have gotten to meet both of them. To get you up to speed, they like to briefly share some of their story. Sam will share how they met, and Carrie will share how they got here.
Okay, so it was February 13th, 2018. It was Mardi Gras, the day before Valentine's Day, and a coworker of mine invited me to like a kind of pre-Valentine's Day singles party. Carrie lived in the house that party was taking place. Wasn't even really super intending to go, but just kind of ended up there because she lived there. She had a couple friends that she said hi to, and then they left. And then for some reason, Mary decided to ask me to light a candle. I don't know why. But at this point, I had had a couple glasses of the complimentary punch. So I was loose, let's say. And I was like, oh yeah, I know the best match technique in the whole world. I don't know, I just like made up this whole thing. Like I trained with a monk on a mountain for a year to know how to light these matches as well as I do. And then I do the technique where you bend the matchbook back and hold it together. And I went, struck the match, and the match fell in half and fell to the floor.
We were all watching it at this
Yes,
point.
apparently I had gathered a crowd. But I played it off, I laughed at myself, and I eventually got the dang thing lit. And then I sat down, and Carrie asked if I did improv comedy because I had made such a fool of myself. Live tip for the world. And we just started striking up a conversation and kind of never stopped.
And in terms of where we've been since there, when I met Sam, I was on an internship in Philly. I went back south after the internship ended, just to sort of get my bearings, decided what I wanted to do next. We were long distance on and off for around a year, and we went to Ireland. We moved in together in 2019, where I went to grad school in Savannah. In 2020, we left Georgia a little earlier than we intended because of the pandemic, and we've been in Columbia ever since. Sam's working in IT now, and I've been doing odd jobs. Right now I'm working in operations for the nursing home nearby. We've adopted a gecko named Tango, who is super cute. We wish he could be here, but he's on Sam's socks. I don't know how well we're going to be able to see, but they are
Doing
there.
my best.
We're honoring our pet. We love to travel, we watch movies, we do YouTube videos, so we have a good time.
Carrie and Sam would like to include 2 readings in their ceremony today. They will also exchange vows, perform a unity ceremony, and exchange rings. We'll start with the readings. Carrie and Sam have different beliefs about God. Carrie is Catholic. Sam was raised with a Jewish father, a Lutheran mother, and a Quaker education. Instead of religion, their shared values are what bind them together, but they would still like to include pieces of their faith in the ceremony as a way to honor their families. To represent Carrie, the couple will share a reading of a well-known Bible passage.
From the book of Corinthians, chapter 13. If I speak in the tongues of men or of angels, but do not have love, I am only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have a faith that can move mountains but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give all I possess to the poor and give over my body to hardship that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing.
Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails.
To represent Sam, I will read a Jewish blessing. Sheva Brachot, the 7 traditional Jewish blessings. May the life you share together be sweet. May your love for one another always be a source of inspiration and happiness. May your journey together be blessed with generosity and forgiveness. May you enable each other to fulfill your dreams, and may you be committed to the paths of courage and hope. Wherever you travel and wherever life takes you, may the love of your family and friends always echo in your hearts, even across great distances and times. With the strength of your relationship, may you help transform the world in big ways and small ways. May your love for each other be a source of warmth and inspiration for your community. May you always find a refuge tucked within your love, a place to hide out and a place to reflect. May the bride and groom be filled with gladness and rejoicing, love, harmony, and companionship, and may they be blessed with lots of peace. Now, the bride and groom will read their vows to each other. Carrie?
It feels incredible to be getting married to you today. And not just because I love a good planning challenge, or because we get to wear fancy outfits, or that we're eating cake today. In a very public way, we're sharing good news with our community, committing to the sentiments of love and affection and trust we've offered each other throughout our 3 years together, and we're performing a human tradition with the artistry and respect we feel it deserves. In a very personal way, I just love you a whole lot. Through moving, traveling, and too many jobs to count, you have proven how much I can count on you. With your pure heart and clever sense of humor, you have made my heart so much lighter and brighter than it has ever been. I feel at peace when I'm around you. You have taken me in stride when I've been at my most vulnerable, when I've needed a patient ear, or even when I'm being super obnoxious for my own entertainment. You take the people in your life for exactly who they are, and everyone we meet adores you for it. I'm so honored to call you mine. Since these are vows, I would also like to state a few of my intentions for our marriage. I promise to be generous with you, with favors, hugs, and baked goods. I promise to work with you and not against you when we're solving a problem, because we are great as a team. I promise to practice gratitude for the things you do for us, and gratitude for the life we build together in good times and in bad. I promise to be diligent about becoming the best version of myself I can be, and to support the changes you go through too. I promise that you will always be as important to me in the future as you are to me today. Loving you has been one of the most positive, pure, and fun things I've ever done, and I want to continue to be worthy of that love for as long as we live. I love you so much, Sam. Already crying.
I'm holding it together. Carrie, one of the moments that truly made me realize that we had something special came when we first moved in together. It was a nerve-wracking move. I was going to be living out of my home state for the first time. I was also moving in with you, something I had never done before with any partner. I was taking an enormous step into adulthood with you, and I was honestly quite anxious as the day of the move grew closer. And yet, as I arrived at our new home and we started unpacking, I was struck by just how easy it felt. We had gotten up to this huge milestone in our relationship and then just crossed over it with natural grace. It felt obvious, like it had always been this way. I had inhaled in my childhood home in Philadelphia, and I had exhaled in Savannah with my live-in girlfriend. That's not to say that that period of our relationship had no struggle, no new boundaries to feel out, no new tears to shed. But the phrase that keeps striking me as I think back is this little oxymoron. Even when it's hard, it's easy. Whether it's a country-spanning move, a vocal cord injury, a pandemic, a hurricane, a difficult self-discovery, or just a shitty day at work, when you and I are together, as cliche as it sounds, it truly feels like there is nothing we can't overcome. That ease, that naturalness, that feeling of it being obvious has been present since the moment I met you. I knew within 5 minutes of meeting you that I wanted to ask you out.
Maybe it'll be 5 years and we can wait a couple more, see what happens.
I knew within 5 minutes of meeting you that I wanted to ask you out. I knew on our first date that I wanted you to be my girlfriend. I knew a month after meeting you that I would fall in love with you. And I know now, 3 wonderful years in, that I want to spend the rest of my life with you. So I vow to always be your team member, your friend, your shoulder to cry on, and your biggest fan. And even when it's hard, it will be easy. It will be easy because you will also be my partner and friend. It will be easy because we have confidence, hard-won from 1,000 tests already passed. And of course, it will be easy because I love you, and I vow to love you every day for the rest of our lives.
Oh, I love you so much.
I love you too, baby.
So good. I remember what I forgot, a box of tissues.
Now that you have professed your vows and wiped your eyes, it's time for the unity ceremony. Often, a unity ceremony will be included in the wedding ceremony, something to symbolically show that 2 individuals are being joined together in one marriage. Carrie and Sam were engaged in 2020, so to represent that, they've chosen to wash each other's hands. Carrie, please sanitize your groom. I think I saw him touch a doorknob and, about to exchange the rings. Let's get that, all right.
This is romance.
Now that you've washed each other's hands of 2020, the couple will exchange rings. The ring is an outward sign of an inward commitment. Sam, please repeat after me. Today, with these vows, I make my commitment to you, Carrie.
Today, with these vows, I make my commitment to you, Carrie.
Carrie, please repeat after me. Today, with these vows, I made my commitment to you, Sam.
Today, with these vows, I made my commitment to you, Sam.
Sam and Carrie have grown in knowledge and love of each other. They have agreed in their desire to go forward in life together, seeking an even richer, deepening relationship. Today, they have pledged to meet sorrow and joy as one family. We rejoice in recognizing them as married. You may seal your promise with a kiss.
I don't care, it's gonna be awkward.
Before we all go, to finish our ceremony today, Sam has a special song to sing by the Magnetic Field called The Book of Love. Please enjoy, and thank you for watching. Ladies and gentlemen, may I pronounce our newly married couple, Carrie Chalfant and Sam Heitzer.
The book of love is long and boring. No one can lift the damn thing. It's full of charts and facts and figures and instructions for dancing. But I love it when you read to me, and you can read me anything. The book of love has music in it. In fact, that's where music comes from. Some of it's just transcendental. Most of it is just really dumb. But I love it when you sing to me, and you can sing me anything. The book of love is long and boring and written very long ago. It's full of flowers and heart-shaped boxes, and things are all too young to know. But I love it when you give me things, and you should give me wedding rings, and should